G'day guys, welcome back to Play On Footy. My name is Bailey. Today we're going to be looking at the Sydney Swans. This is recorded before the season opening round. So again, I don't know what's happened against the Hawks, but I do believe that they will not win against Hawthorn. Even though under Dean Cox, sometimes under new coaches, teams do get on top of other teams, but I just don't believe in this case this will. I think there's still deep GF wounds and mental scars with the Sydney Swans, and in particular Chad Warner. I think when you get so close two times to win a grand final, obviously they got blown out of the water against I think it was Geelong, was it 2022, and then in 2024 last year, it just it definitely doesn't help. But as you can see here, their list is in abundance of talent. Logan McDonald to me was a bit of a flop last year. I don't really think Dean Cox is going to be playing him forward this year. I don't even think he might even get game time this year. I just don't think he's up for it this season. Heaney had an amazing year last year. Grundy as well. Taylor Adams unfortunately didn't play in the grand final, I don't think. But yeah, it's when you look at their list, they've got so much talent here. It's really exciting. But Angus Sheldrick is a bit of a mid-pricer in AFL fantasy. I think he's 441k. I think a lot of players, well, for AFL fantasy coaches will be playing him. Ollie Forrant, Callum Mills, if he can get his body right, would be good in defence there. Sam Wicks is another one to watch in the forward line. He might pop off in AFL fantasy. Braden Campbell might have a sub vest, so I probably wouldn't go there. But James Jordan does a great job on those lockdown roles and tagging as well. Peter Laddams hasn't really been here or there, to be honest, but he's just a backup ruckman if Grundy gets injured. Who's the other? Oh, Errol Goulden. He's a star of the game. I think he's going to go really well in the game against the Hawks. What have we got? Nick Blakey, Ned Bauman, Dane Rampy. Like they've got a lot of talent, but a lot of this talent went missing in the grand final, and that's what really, outrages Sydney Swans fans. Joel Hamling obviously played at the Bulldogs, and then Fremantle now he's come to the Swans and hasn't really get much game time. He played in the Indigenous All Stars game, did all right. Tom McCartan, I think he's going to be playing forward under Dean Cox. That'll be one to watch. Mark that in your books for sure. Matt Roberts will be playing down back, and I think he's going to pop off in the game against Hawks. You just watch it. I think he's going to absolutely go really well. Joel Amati, again, you know, we shall see if he is the successful buddy player to fill Buddy's boots. He did okay in some games, especially in Adelaide against the Adelaide Crows. I think he booted 10 goals in one game, so that was really interesting to see. But will he go well in 2025? That is yet to be seen. And then, yeah, you got a couple of younger players. Chad Warner's brother, Corey, Robbie Fox, Jake Lloyd, Melican. So overall, they've got some really interesting faces at the Sydney Swans, and I think a lot of it comes down to how Dean moves the magnets. If Dean Cox can get this group up and about, I think he'll be halfway there. But sometimes after two very big grand final losses in the span of 2 years, back to back, sort of in the way, this whole club needs a cleanse. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying get rid of players or move players on, but sometimes maybe that does need to happen to shake things up, change the dynamic of the club, and what you want to stand for as a club. And I think that's what Sydney will be searching. They'll be searching a new identity, a new brand of football. And because you can't play and do so well throughout the season and then get to the grand final and just be on two occasions get belted by the opposition. And I think they will be searching big time Sydney Swans in this year. I think they'll be seventh or sixth around that mark this season. They'll be in the top eight, but I think they're going to be falling short when push comes to shove. What do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like, subscribe. Where do you think Sydney will finish? How many wins will they have? Who's gonna be the best player for Sydney in your opinion? Comment down below. I think Chad Warner's off to the Eagles. I think that's already done. I think that really clouds Sydney's sort of season in a way. So I think that's a real shame. But I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm pretty excited to see Chad Warner in Eagles colours. But I digress. I shall see you guys in the next one. Cheers.